Welcome back to Artifacts of the Museum. Today we're looking at set number 42114, the 6x6 Volvo articulated hauler. It's a massive Technic build measuring 7 inches wide, 23 inches long, and about 7 inches high. So while it's not the tallest vehicle there is in the Technic lineup, it's definitely one of the longest, and those giant wheels really make it stand out. The rear dump bed is visible here, with the front cabin connected by a central articulation joint just like the real thing. And we can give it a spin so you can see inside that middle pivot point, along with the hazard lights on the top of the cabin, and orange safety bars lining the sides of both of the cabin. And there's a rear view mirror and a removable engine pin in front. Popping open the engine hood, you can take a peek inside the engine detail inside. It's subtle, but it's there. You also spot the battery compartment tucked underneath, so we'll lift up the truck a little bit. When closing the hood and reinserting the engine pin, the front fenders sit over the front wheels, not the rear ones, and there's some nice Volvo badging and sticker details throughout the vehicle, especially along the dump bed and the front bumper. Giving another spin here, so you can check out some of the front bumper details, or just where the details are, and another view of the gearing articulation mechanism. Now let's take it off the Lazy Susan for a moment to check out some of the moving functions. You see the high walls of the dump bed too, and the front headlights that are going to be at the very front of the cabin. Using the Control Plus app, we can drive it forward. It even cycles through 3 different gears as it moves, which is a really neat touch. This 6x6 has massive 3 wheels on each side, and their size really gives it a sense of power and scale, by the wheels I mean. Let's go ahead and bring the truck to a stop and talk about the articulation system. The front cabin can swivel from left to right thanks to the central pivot mechanism, and you can really see how the axles and suspension system are going to be built underneath the chassis, even if they're mostly hidden by the dump bed right now. Now for one of the coolest features, the motorized dump bed. Using the app again, we can raise the entire dump bed section smoothly using the motorized lift arms. It tips all the way up for a full dump position, and just as easily lowers back down. While it's in motion, you can see some of the gear train working underneath, and will allow it to slowly go back to its normal or base position. Now let's move the hauler back out of frame so we can reset the Lazy Susan and bring it back into frame. It's a slow moving process with this truck when it's moving because it does cycle through the gears, which is pretty cool, but just takes a little bit more time. So let's get the Lazy Susan back into frame here and lift the truck back into the Lazy Susan. So around the rear, you'll see the bumper detailing and a license plate and a quick glimpse of inside the driver's cabin, which includes a seat and a small steering console. As we spin it again, it's worth noting that the articulation joint is a little bit loose, so you'll want to handle it with care when moving or posing the vehicle. We will give it a spin and see you next time.